From the tops of the Blue Ridge Mountains to the depths of Luray Caverns, Page County offers some of the Shenandoah Valley's most stunning vistas. Agriculture runs deep here, with farms cultivating everything from plentiful poultry to festive Christmas trees.
Page County, I think based on our most current ag census, is maybe ranked 5th in total agriculture market products. And the majority of that value is derived from poultry production, specifically broilers or meat chickens. That's probably maybe one of the biggest things that we're known for in terms of agriculture.
Jerry Turner and his son operate a poultry and cattle farm on the eastern side of Page County. They have been raising meat chickens since 1979.
We raise broilers. They come as baby chicks, and we keep them for approximately 9 weeks. And the target weight when they leave here is somewhere around 9.5 or 9.75 pounds. And from here they go straight to the processing plant, and in a couple of days they're in somebody's table.
In addition to poultry, Jerry Turner sells feeder cattle, which are 500 to 600 pound calves sold within a few months of weaning. Page County is also home to another cattle production system.
Page County is kind of unique in that measure. There are people that finish cattle. There's about 5 or 6 other farms in our area, which is pretty unique because that's not found elsewhere in the state for such a small area.
John Ruffner and his son Cody raise cattle near the county's Stanley community. Instead of selling their cattle as feeder calves, they fatten them in a process called finishing.
As the steer or the heifer grows, you continue to increase the amount of grain that they receive. When our cattle leave here, they weigh anywhere between 1,400 and probably 1,800 pounds. Some of them get pretty large. The majority of them are probably in the 1,500 to 1,700 pound category, and they are sent to slaughterhouses either in Pennsylvania or there's one in Baltimore, Maryland, and then be shipped off to stores or restaurants.
Before these cattle are fed grain, though, they enjoy the luscious pastures of the Page Valley. Julian Price and his family have extended their grazing season to save money and improve the health of their land.
The grazing that we used to do years ago was pretty much the cattle run the whole place all year long. When the grass was gone, we'd start feeding hay, and we do a lot more pasture rotation now, gradually working more that way. Worked with Bobby a lot and Elizabeth on that, the extension agents.
When we rotationally graze, we have thicker sod, and that reduces runoff off of this land. And more of the water is in the ground for the grass to use. But that reduced runoff is also really good for the environment. If we extend the grazing season and we bale less hay, it requires less fertilizer use on the whole, and then that in and of itself is better for the environment.
According to the latest census of agriculture, there are 492 farms in Page County, covering 57,321 acres. The market value of all agricultural products is $204.8 million. Livestock and poultry earn the most, with $194.9 million. Of that, poultry and eggs deliver $185.6 million, and cattle bring in $7.6 million. Crops account for $9.9 million. Alongside agriculture, 37% of the county is part of Shenandoah National Park. A scenic sunset from the park's Skyline Drive offers travelers from around the world the opportunity to take in Page County's beauty. In the valley below, Danny Turner and his family are rolling up their sleeves to harvest rolls of sod that will cover lawns throughout the region.
Right now is when we usually seed all of our fields in the 1st of September. And this sod we're cutting now is a year old. And it usually takes close to a year old to be able to cut it, for it to get roots to be mature enough to cut. Most of the sod we cut, we deliver it and install it.
While sod keeps nearby front yards green, brothers David and John Thomas are making sure that local living rooms are bright for the upcoming holiday season.
Most of the folks, they go out there, cut their own tree themselves. We've got some sleds. They'll put the tree on the sled. They might even bring the kids in on the sled. And they enjoy doing it themselves.
Demand for Christmas trees in recent years has outpaced supply statewide, and each tree is a years-long investment.
There'll be a short supply for a while because you're realistically looking at least 8 years to get a 7 to 8 foot tree.
Thomas says that customers come from nearby Northern Virginia or as far as Virginia Beach to cut their own tree.
I love watching things grow and contributing to their growth and making them into a beautiful tree. I think even more than that, when the families come out here and it's a good time of year. You know, it's Christmas time.
The Thomas's farm will open for visitors to choose their tree the day after Thanksgiving. Locals and visitors alike are treated to a daily dose of breathtaking scenery in every direction. Whether it's protein on a plate, green grass in the yard, or a twinkling Christmas tree, Page County farmers are proud of the abundance they have to offer. Reporting from Page County, Virginia, I'm Elijah Griles.